warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Inggis and I'm from the Office Administration of Education 2018, Faculty Economics, State University of Jakarta. Today, I will present about my internship report at Direktorat Jenderal Peraturan Perundang-undangan, Kementerian Hukum dan Hak Asasi Manusia, Republik Indonesia. First, I will explain the background of fieldwork practice. As we know that science and technology continue to develop, for that man needs to develop himself in order to become a human resource that has the quality and potential to compete. Self-development is needed to be more competent in their field. In this case, students are required to have good skill in their field in order to win competition in the increasingly tight world of work. It can be developed by learning and trying in a formal education as well as informal education, but it does not close to the possibility someone from a higher educational background if he does not have other skills to support his career. Then he will have difficulty to enter the world of work. In response to this phenomenon, State University of Jakarta is an educational institution that has an important role in the formation of human resources that free and competent graduates. Continue to make curriculum adjustment by making updates and improvements. Fieldwork practice is a program owned by the State University of Jakarta. In addition, fieldwork practice is one of the courses that must be taken by final year students. With this fieldwork practice program, students can feel how the actual work conditions. In addition, this program is created with the aim that students who have graduated can find work easily because they have experience working while following field work practice. In addition, the fieldwork practice program can help students to adopt the theory or learning applied to lecture to the actual circumstance of the world of work. Next, the purpose of this fieldwork practice is to 1. Improving my ability in archival, especially in archival management. 2. Improving my skills in office technology. And the last, fieldwork practice is compulsory course for students at State University of Jakarta. During my fieldwork practice, I was placed in the planning and budgeting subsection, program and reporting section. Direktorat Jenderal Peraturan Perundang-undangan is one of implementing elements in the Kementerian Hukum dan Hak Asasi Manusia, who have the task of organizing the formulation and implementation of policies in the field of legislation in accordance with the provision of the legislation. Direktorat Jenderal Peraturan Perundang-undangan located in Hari Rasuna Street with phone number 021 5221 618 and has an official website is Ditjen PP Kemenkumham. The reason I choose the Direktorat Jenderal Peraturan Perundang-undangan as the place implementation of fieldwork practice because I want to practice office administration activities in accordance with the field taken me during the lecture to be applied in the Direktorat Jenderal Peraturan Perundang-undangan, and I want to add knowledge, experience to further hone skills in the field of office administration. In addition, Direktorat Jenderal Peraturan Perundang-undangan is very open to students who wants to carry out fieldwork practice. My time schedule of fieldwork practice, there are the first type of activity is preparation. Preparation of fieldwork practice begin on December 2020. I started looking for information about companies that would accept students for fieldwork practice for 1 month. The second type of activity is implementation. Implementation of fieldwork practice from January 30 until February 19, 2021. And the last activity is reporting. After I have finished carrying out fieldwork practice for 1 month, the next step is reporting. Report writing phase from March to April 2021. Direktorat Jenderal Peraturan Perundang-undangan is one of the implementing elements of the Kementerian Hukum dan Hak Asasi Manusia. According to the Presidential Regulation Number 44 of 2015, Article 9, it is said that the Direktorat Jenderal Peraturan Perundang-undangan is under and responsible to the Minister. As stipulated in Regulation of the Kementerian Hukum dan Hak Asasi Manusia Number 24 of 2018 concerning the Third Amendment to Regulation of Kementerian Hukum dan Hak Asasi Manusia Number 29 of 2015 concerning organization and work procedure of the Kementerian Hukum dan Hak Asasi Manusia. The Directorate Jenderal Peraturan Perundang-undangan has the task of organizing the formulation and implementation of policies in the field of legislation in accordance with the provisions of legislation. Direktorat Jenderal Peraturan Perundang-undangan as its duties and function in government set medium development goals by drawing up a strategic plan by formulating the vision and mission of development. The vision of the Direktorat Jenderal Peraturan Perundang-undangan is strengthening synergy and gotong royong to realize the establishment of quality, harmonious, aspirational, and responsive legislation based on Pancasila and Undang-Undang Dasar Negara Republik Indonesia 1945. In carrying out the vision, Direktorat Jenderal Peraturan Perundang-undangan has the following mission. There are 1. Realizing the establishment of quality laws and regulation. 2. Improving the development and quality, the drafting personnel of the laws and regulation. 3. Realizing the implementation in the field of litigation of the laws and regulation. 4. Realizing the administration in accordance with good governance in order to support the duties and function of the Directorate General of Legislation. The organizational structure of Direktorat Jenderal Peraturan Perundang-undangan. There are Sekretariat Direktorat Jenderal Peraturan Perundang-undangan, Direktorat Perancangan Peraturan Perundang-undangan, dan Direktorat Harmonisasi Peraturan Perundang-undangan 1, Direktorat Harmonisasi Peraturan Perundang-undangan 2, Direktorat Fasilitas Perancangan Peraturan Daerah dan Pembinaan Perancang Peraturan Perundang-undangan, dan Direktorat Pengundangan, Penerjemah dan Publikasi Peraturan Perundang-undangan, and the last, Direktorat Litigasi Peraturan Perundang-undangan. General activities carried out by Direktorat Jenderal Peraturan Perundang-undangan, namely the establishment of legislation, including 1. The process of drafting the law, Perpu, PP, and President's Decree, as well as other designs that are under the authority or responsibility of the Ministry of Law and Human Rights of the Republic of Indonesia. 2. Socialization of the bill in order to seek input from the public. 3. Participation of Directorate Jenderal Peraturan Perundang-undangan in the preparation of the design activities the other agencies. At the time of fieldwork practice activities, I was given to the responsibility to carry out some appropriate work in the program and reporting section, namely, first, computer administration. In that field, I create a monitoring matrix and evaluation matrix using Microsoft Excel. Next, I input summary data from the revised report of the operational instructions of activities and insert it into Microsoft Excel. Next, include the budget ceiling of the realization of spending. The work is done using Microsoft Word. To do the task, I entered the budget ceiling data into the annual report of the Directorate Jenderal Peraturan Perundang-undangan has been provided before. 2 is office technology. In the field of office technology, I was assigned to print document using a printer and scan document using a scanner. And the last is archive. In the archive field, I was assigned to manage incoming and outgoing mail. I do document storage and discovery using Microsoft Excel application. Next, I was tasked with restoring the archive use paper shader to ease my work. The obstacle I find when fieldwork practice are the first obstacle I find when fieldwork practice were difficult to put the archives to be stored. Considering to archive storage space in the program and reporting section look untidy. Although the room is surrounded by many filing cabinets, but most of the cabinets are used to store other office tools, so that caused the archive storage to be mixed and not well organized. There are even some archives placed under meeting tables and other employee desks. The next obstacle that I find when the implementation of fieldwork practice is delegation of tasks that are less evenly distributed. With the delegation of charge, uneven tasks resulted in me getting a little work material when fieldwork practice. In addition, in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, Direktorat Jenderal Peraturan Perundang-undangan implemented a work from home policy for its employees. The next obstacle that I found when the implementation of fieldwork practice in inadequate office machinery. When I got the task to print the document using the printer machine, the machine sometimes crashes. In addition to printer, the computer I use is often experiencing conditions where the computer is difficult to connect to the internet. How to overcome obstacle? 1. Optimization of archive storage. To overcome this concern, I did destruction of archives against archives that have no value to use the paper shader machine. The extermination activities are carried out so that the archives no longer accumulate and minimize the storage of archives. According to Pantanisi 2016, the destruction of archives is the act or activity of physically destroying archives that have expired in a function, as well as those that have no usable value. And next, uneven delegation of tasks. To overcome this obstacle can be done by improving the effectiveness of communication between me and other employees, both when from home and work from office. According to Abdullah 2017, communication is a human activity to understand each other or understand a message that a communicator conveys to his communion. It can also by improving and building trust between me and employees. And next, in a inadequate office machinery. To overcome this obstacle, I do maintenance routinely. According to Mukti 2019, maintenance in required activity if there is to be required to a particular device or system. In this case, a computer system. Maintenance activities are very important so that office activities can run effectively and efficiently in the use machinery or office equipment. The conclusion of the implementation of this fieldwork practice is in carrying out fieldwork practice. I carry out several areas of activities, namely computer administration activities, carrying out archival activities, and office technology activities. During the implementation of fieldwork practice, I encountered obstacles such as the storage of a cable that are not used optimally, the delegation of tasks that are not evenly distributed, and inadequate office machinery. To overcome the concern of the optimal storage of a cable, I carry out the destruction of a cable that no have value uh, with the approval of the head of planning and budget using a paper estimation. Furthermore, the delegation of less equitable tasks can be overcome by improving the effectiveness of communication and building trust between me and employee. Then the concern of inadequate office machinery can be overcome by maintenance on the office machine routinely. Based on my experience in implementing fieldwork practice, there are some suggestions that may be useful in implementing fieldwork practice for the future. They are: first, the company should make improvements to the optimization to archival storage to keep the archival safe and secure, because by using the appropriate archival storage system will facilitate in the reinvention of archival. 2. The company should perform maintenance on the machine available regularly in order to minimize damage to the machine, so that when the machine is used can operate with optimal. Thank you for your listening. May all those I have shared be beneficial for all of us. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.